We had several weddings.
2.
3 actually.
Oh, 3.
There were 3.
Okay.
One from my village people.
Yeah.
Another one from his village people.
Yeah.
And the other one
town. Okay.
in town.
Yeah.
Yes. So we received overwhelming support from our families and friends. Yes. They surprised us. They surprised us.
Yeah, and the reason why we had these many pre-weddings is, our culture. We have to plug in our village people. I don't know if that's the right term, from both sides, and then we have very many friends from town, church friends and all that. So we have again to plug them in. Because maybe not everyone will make it for the wedding, so we wanted to provide that opportunity. So it wasn't as much for fundraising, but to plug in everyone. We had enough saved for the wedding. We also had friends being the service providers, so the services were very, very friendly. So the cost was very friendly. Some of it free. So our budget wasn't a pressure on us. We would have done it without any financial help from anyone, but we needed to bring them on board.
We wanted something simple, very simple. We did a wedding at Skepri Gardens, Zambezi. We wanted an outdoor garden wedding. We wanted it to be very small and simple, but
so we were targeting about 300 people, and we got about 600. But somehow the food was enough. We had a Ghanaian lady, a friend of ours, who was doing the food and the cake. We had paid her a portion, a very small percentage of what she usually charges, because we belong to the same church, and she had more than enough food for those people. So again, we wanted a small wedding. This is what being a firstborn does to you. You want, to minimize expenses and all that, because of course there are responsibilities. We are co-parents and all that. So, but the wedding was huge in terms of the people that came. We had, like I said, 600 people coming in. Redeemed Gospel Church, the headquarters where she was going, they came and brought the roof down to many people. My village, the whole of it was here, and her village as well. So, but that was, a lot of fun. Yep.
Also, a reason why we didn't want a big wedding, we wanted to work within our budget. We didn't want to put a strain on our family and friends to help us with the budget. But surprisingly, they came through, and they plugged in, and they plugged in our vision and supported us all immensely financially. And in as much as we had a big turn up of people, we were still able to manage the crowd because of their big support.
Yep.
Yeah. The night of the wedding, because she should start there. Night of the wedding.
Yeah.
Night of the wedding. So my girls and I spent the night at our best couple's place in Ngong. And remember, the wedding is in Zambezi, Kikuyu. So
Zambezi is on your way to Nakuru. Just after the golf course, Wida golf course or something after Kikuyu. Yeah.
So my girls and I needed to be at our best couple's place at 7 or between 7 and 8. So we agreed that the girls will meet at his place, so that he and his cousin will drive them off to Ngong. Of course, delay. People arrive late, stuck in traffic, stuff like that. We start our departure at 7. Time you're supposed to be arriving. That's when we're leaving the house. A few minutes after we've left the house, the car has a puncture.
Yeah.
And of course, at that time, I am so furious. People are not keeping time. They don't want to listen. Now we have a puncture. It's raining. I don't know why it was raining in February. It started raining. Things were just going wrong. He started looking for the tire, the spare tire.
Yeah. You know, it's, those vehicles that have their spare tires in the belly. So, and it was a new vehicle for me. I borrowed it from one of my church elders, Elder Coleman. So I didn't know where the tire was. Of course, I didn't bother to ask where it was when I was picking the car. So I spent about an hour looking for the spare tire. I called him, he wasn't available. So I had to manually look for the spare tire. Took me 1 hour. When I found it, took me another hour to, remove it, because you sort of have to remove it from the inside and not from the under. So she's furious, and they decide to take a matatu and leave us there. And they do. They leave us, me and my boy. And so they go. Chungong takes them quite a while. And then we repair we change the tire and go back to my house. And so it's sort of a dull evening because, the emotions are all over the place. And that's it. I don't even remember if we called and said good night, and the wedding is, tomorrow. So that's how we go to sleep, wake up. And so the day is sort of starting on a wrong note, because we didn't say our good nights and all that. We didn't talk until 3 a.m., like lovebirds do. And tomorrow is the wedding day. But sort of, I see her and I see all the people that have come, and I say, let me forget about this, and let's get into a party mode and do this wedding, because this is it. We're here. And when I saw her in the gown, I was like, wow, we have to do this, and I have to forget that I was left in the dark, in the mud. Yeah,
at that time, all I could think of was I need to find a solution for me and my girls. And I had two flower girls, 2 babies, and it was raining. So I had to find a way to solve this crisis, because we couldn't wait for him, and there was no way of making him understand that we couldn't wait. So I thank God for our best couple, Paul Warambo. Paul Warambo came. He drove all the way, and he met us halfway. So he drove us to his place, and him and his generous wife, Jessica, they had prepared a meal for us, place to sleep for the girls. Yes, and it was a good night. So I just arrived, took a shower, switched off my phone. Yeah, because relatives were also calling, consulting on many things that we had already agreed weeks and months before. So I didn't want to put myself in that situation. So I just switched my phone off. And then I knew in my heart that we'll meet tomorrow, that everything is okay, we'll see each other tomorrow.
Yeah.